here,
Jimmy Boyer here,
and you're watching the
Triple S
North Queensland Footy Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. This is the Triple S Footy Show, the grand final show. Jimmy Boyer, how are you, my man?
Yeah, not too bad, brother Spill. Big night for the grand final previews here tonight. And mate, beautiful weather in Mackay, a bit windy at the moment. But 22 degrees tonight. And looking to talk about some footy to heat up the weekend.
Absolutely, mate. How exciting. We're at the best part of the season, Jimmy. We really are, mate. I'm very excited, brother. Really, really excited. Lots happening. It's a grand final show, mate. Can you believe it? We're at the best part of the season. Triple S Footy Show, grand final show once again. Mate, it's exciting. We've got some big games to talk about. We're going to preview the FNQ Rugby League grand final, preview the Rugby League Townsville District grand final, and the Rugby League Mackay District grand final as well. So 3 of the best of round far North Queensland. Lots to talk about, Jimmy. It's all happening. All games will be live streamed throughout North Queensland. Community TV will be live streaming FNQ Rugby League, Triple S Sport doing Rugby League Townsville District, and Rugby League Mackay District doing themselves there on their own page. So, it's great to see all the action getting around, mate. It's quite exciting, Jim. Once again, a big shout out to our sponsors. Let's have a look at them, Jimmy. We are blessed to have some of the best sponsors and partners in the business. Let's just have a look at them as I bring them up here, mate. Have a look at that. Have a look at all them sponsors. Without you guys, this show just does not happen. So sincerely, thank you. All my Triple S valuable partners, thank you on behalf of myself and Jimmy. We sincerely thank you guys. We really, really do. It's exciting. And, once again, thank you very much, Jim. We've got lots to talk about, mate. We really have. Thanks to all the viewers once again tuning in. Make sure you throw a comment in the comment section there. Let's communicate and talk footy and big exciting. Big shout out to Bluey Grimes down in Brizzy. Thanks for tuning in. Everyone throughout far North Queensland, thank you very much. Sincerely appreciate it. Jim, mate, what do you reckon? Grand final time. What excites you about grand final week?
I guess it's just for me, it's just the rivalries, getting the teams down there. They busted their, behinds all year. And, the 2 best teams of the comps are battling out for that supremacy for the bragging rights for 12 months, I guess. And, mate, I played in a few, been around a few, coached in a couple. And it's, mate, it's the best time of year. Brings out the best footy too. There's do or die. Everyone wants to have that silverware at the end of the night or end of the day, and a lot of those teams actually put their best foot forward and sort of produce what they've been practicing all year, I guess. Yeah,
absolutely. A couple of little shout outs, mate. Shout out to Anthony Murier, my little mate up on the hill in Atherton. To Adrian Aslett and his boys down in Mackay. Spent the week in Mackay, and it's great to see the boys out of West Tigers, and that's a little shout out to Adrian and his boys there. It's good to catch up with them. Yourself, Jimmy, we got up last night, brother, for dinner. It was real good.
Yeah,
Cal
back, bro.
Little shout out to Cal. Hope you're doing well, Cal. Lots happening. Big shout out to the RLTD Townsville District, Roger White, and everyone there. Thank you very much, guys, for the support last week and. Giving me the opportunity to live stream the Townsville District Finals. It's been a pleasure to work with you guys, and the support's been amazing. So thank you very much, and bottom of my heart, I really look forward to grand final weekend this weekend. So anyway, Jim, let's get straight into it, mate. Let's not hold back. We've got the rugby league happening at the moment, so we're taking on the NRL as well as the moment. Let's talk rugby league. Let's start off with Mackay and District Grand Final Day, Jim.
Yeah, mate.
Big games, mate. Really big games coming up. Let's have a look at the preview here. I'll bring it up, and she's all happening. Saturday, 7th of September at the Mackay Junior League grounds, Jimmy. It's live streamed on the RLMD Facebook page, so make sure you get in and support it, guys. Take it away, Jim. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, mate. We start the day off with our under-20s. Mackay brothers playing against Mackay Magpies. Mate, these two guys have actually had some really good competitions this year against each other. It's going to be a cracking game again. I think the last one went down to 2 points, and the Magpies got pipped. But yeah, mate, I'd see them fighting back. They got a couple of boys back from A grade to play this week for Magpies that have been helping out up there. That's just going to set the standard, mate. Mackay brothers again in the women's. They've been the standout across this year. They've got some good young girls in that group, a lot of good up and comers. But I wouldn't put it past Magpies, mate. They've got some old heads still around with Tina and Zoe there, and some good young girls coming through. I think young Peyton Johns will stamp some authority as well this weekend. And Clarissa Barr on the edges, mate. She's been good the last couple of weeks. Tough carries and playing some very strong defense. Look out for that little battle there between those girls.
Talk about the women's, Jimmy. Mackay brothers been very, very strong and dominant throughout the competition. But like you said, Magpies improving every week, mate. Mackay brothers in all 4 grades. Full credit to them. It's a fantastic achievement,
it's massive. Mate. Yeah, mate. They've been one of those clubs that.
What has been a secret for this Mackay brothers team to be so strong?
I think they've just been consistently working on those little things as a club. They did, have a bit of in the COVID year, it was sort of a bit of a struggle to try and find the numbers. They still had a really good girls group, but they had a lot of younger boys that dropped back from that cutter system because there wasn't much football around at the time. And those boys are stuck strong. The young Dan Kellys and the Jed Abbotts and a lot of those boys, Lukey Fletcher. You got the old head Scafey, and you got Jaden Batchelor there that are leading that group that are coming through. And then the next year, the sort of, they're just built off the back of that, keeping those sort of heads around the club. And it's come to fruition. Yeah, the last couple of years, they've sort of built that consistency in their game. And, the club itself across the board have got some good people around in the teams as well for Reggie's women's and the 20s. So, yeah, mate, I just think they just consistently starting to get things into place, and it's just massive to see one club, so dominant across the grand final day. I guess it's it's good for the club and it's good for the region, because then every other team can strive to do the same, I guess. And it was not. I think if results had worked on the weekend, it might have been a Magpies full day, but it ended up being the brothers full day. So congratulations to the Mackay brothers crew.
Yeah, mate. Then we have a look at 2 p.m. Game 3, reserve grade. Mackay brothers once again. Moranbah Miners. Cuzzy Joshy Stowers there, coach of the Moranbah Miners. He can find a way.
Joshy and the boys.
Grand final day. He's good.
It's going to be. This one's going to be a really interesting game. We played both of them in the last couple of weeks for the Reggie's boys at Maggie's, and that's who I've been sort of associated with. They both have some really good strike power across each team. So I'm not sure who's in the forward pack this week. I know Will Matthews has been playing a bit of core and middle there at lock, and for the Moranbah boys. But you also know that brothers always going to step up. They just they've got some good outside backs there, quality halves. So it'll be interesting. They Cameron White's still around at Moranbah there. He's still guiding them around, the old head there. He's still got the goods. But yeah, mate, I think this one's going to be a really good close game. It'll come down to probably the last 5 minutes as to who takes that one.
Yeah, we wish both times all the best. And a little shout out to the cousin.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, good work, cuz. All the best there. Then the grand final, the big one, Jim. This is going to be a blockbusting game. This is exciting. I won't be able to watch it at the time. I'll be live streaming. I'll be watching this on Saturday night when I finish work, mate. Mackay brothers taking on the Serena Crocs, mate. Big shout out to Shen Cleary and everyone down the Serena Crocs. It was great to see him the other day, and Benny Barbie. Good to see you, Benny Barber, mate. You're looking absolutely fit as really is, mate. Yeah, it's really exciting. This is going to be a cracking game, Jim. Really is going to be cracking. It was 22-20. Serena beat them in the first game, extra time, in the final to get through. Then it was 22-20. Brothers beat Magpies to get in the grand final.
Yeah. Mate, that was a cracking, awesome game to watch last week. Magpies and Brothers both gave it to each other and played in really good spirits. You know, like they're tough. They give it to each other, but yeah, well respected after the game. But yeah, mate, I think this one, it's a battle of some key positions. I know the halves for Serena are actually pretty strong. I know the young halves that have been guiding Brothers have been really good this year and consistent. You got big Walter at the back there. You got the young outside backs. You got Dario there for Serena. With old Kane Linnett in the back row there, just leading the boys in the middle. But I think, mate, it'll probably come down to just that factor of maybe that added experience from certain individuals that we know. Like they sort of go up to that next level when it comes to grand finals. And I guess having Ben Barber in your team might be, just the X factor that takes it, that one step further. Not saying that, like Brothers won't keep going, but I think that might be the difference in the end of the day. But I'm just hoping for a really good game, and just to get the boys. They've both been really solid teams this year and consistent. So it's good to see that top three were the most outstanding this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk about X factors. Obviously, you got Benny Barber there. The Walu boys have been very good for Serena this year.
Yeah, Quintel and William. Yeah.
And William's been outstanding in the back row and that.
William's been awesome.
And for Brothers, you got Walter Lonerstein there at the back. He's had a big year, mate.
He's great, mate. He's great back. Yeah. And even then, like last week, Jaden Batchelor, mate, was outstanding as centers. He was very strong defensively. Took some tough carries and Scapey, mate. He's
a good player.
Yeah,
Jaden Batchelor.
Mate, I was lucky enough to have Batcho my center when I was in Brothers when I was playing half. But mate, he's just a great outside back to have out there. He's very solid in defence, reads the game well. I really like Batcho. He's a good bloke too, mate. Off the field, he loves it. He's a bit of a character, but it's it's going to be some good matchups this week.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Bardo Young. He reckons it's good to see you, mate. Keep you an eye on you, mate. Mickey Ryan, how are you, legend? Hope you're well, mate. He's all excited. He's got the South Bulls and finals, Mariba Gladiators and Junior Under-19 final up here. So he's
there.
On that note, Jimmy, we're going to take a quick sponsors break and a big shout out at the time. This time to Jolie Reefmuller once again. Jolie supports rugby league. He coaches the Atherton Roosters. He's on the board of the Northern Pride. He's an absolute legend of a bloke as well. Big shout out and thank you to Crowie's Paints. Well, Jim, like we said, this is the Triple S Footy Show, the grand final show. We've got something special to announce at the end. We've got one more show coming up this year, but this is the grand final show. We just previewed the Mackay and District Rugby League grand finals. You can watch all the action from Mackay on the weekend on their Facebook page. They are live streaming it themselves, so really enjoy it, guys. Sit back and enjoy 4 great games of rugby league. Thank you. We wish the Mackay Rugby League District all the best. Once again, we really do. Well, Jim, let's have a look. Let's go Townsville. Let's move up a bit north. The games are being broadcasted by Triple Sport, Jimmy. We're there, brother. We're excited. We're going to be there. Myself and Jimmy will be calling the Seniors Grand Final Day. There'll be live action from Juniors Grand Final Day as well, ladies and gentlemen, from Field 1 from Triple S Sport. There'll be no sound. It'll just be the coverage. So, yeah, we're pretty excited to bring that to you. And let's have a look, Jim. mate. There's some big games. Let's have a look at the junior schedule first. On field one,
Yeah,
we'll
mate.
have the under 13 South Bulls taking on Western Lion Pride at 9 a.m. 10:15 a.m. we'll have the Western Lions Pride taking on the South Bulls Red and the under 14s. 11:30 under 15s, the Palm Island Barracudas taking on the Western Lions Pride. Under 16s, Townsville Brothers Blue taking on Central's Black. Little shout out to me mate Lockie Nugent and that. He's doing great things. Big shout out to you, Lockie. All the best in the weekend, coaching your Townsville Brothers team in the grand final. The under 18s, Townsville Brothers Blue take on the Burdekin Roosters. Jimmy, how good to see Palm Island Barracudas, mate. Your hometown there.
Yeah, mate.
Good to see you all through there, and I believe there's a big barge of supporters coming over for the game.
Yeah, mate. Big contingent come from Palm. That's awesome, mate, to see, that junior base now starting to kick back in. A lot of good kids coming through our system. A lot of boys that, will get recognition, coming in to go in school, but also, just playing some great footy for that club. We just hope, it's, a massive day, mate, for all the clubs, the Brothers, the South, the, Western Lions crews. It's junior footy, mate. It's starting to get really big there now, and especially with the spread of the wide range of sort of teams across the board.
Absolutely. Let's have a look at the seniors on Sunday at the Sports Reserve. Live and free, Triple S will bring you all the action. It'll be on RLTD Facebook page. It'll be on the Triple S Footy Show page as well. 10:30, the under 20s, Townsville Brothers take on the Centrals Tigers. This is going to be a cracking game. Townsville Brothers are the team to beat, I believe, but you never know. The Centrals Tigers boys might be up for it, and I'm really looking forward to that. Then the women's, Western Lions take on the Centrals Tigers, Jimmy. Centrals Tigers were undefeated and got an absolute slacking in the major semi-final from Western Lions. They beat them 34-0 straight in the grand final. Then Centrals Tigers had to fight hard last week against the Burdekin Rooster girls. Western Lions will be waiting for the Central Tigers ladies, and I know Coach Beck Peterson's got the girls up and ready to go. So it's going to be a cracking game. It really is going to be a cracking game. It'll be one of the games of the day. All the best to both sides. And rip in Beck. Make sure you got them girls in that black and yellow ready to go. So really looking forward to that. Reserve grade, South Bulls had a fantastic season. Bowen Seagulls were one of the hot favourites, but they're gone now. So South Bulls taking on the Burdekin Roosters. Roosters fought hard last week against Bowen Seagulls, so they'll have a big crowd come up from there. They're very passionate down there, the Burdekin Roosters family in rugby league. So it's going to be a tough game, Jim. South Bulls and two of the senior grand finals. Great effort from the Redmen.
Yeah, mate. It's as you say, like we talked about, start of the year, they've just been trying to find themselves their feet coming back in the comp. But, mate, just outstanding to see that they're both dominant forces across the board with all their, groups that are coming through. Mate, it's awesome to see, after all the years they've been out, to see a little bit of success bringing back to the Townsville, South Bulls community. Yeah,
absolutely. Then the big one, mate. The big one we've all been waiting for, A grade at 3:30, live and free on Triple S Sport. Western Lions and South Bulls go at it. Mate, I reckon this is going to be the grand final of the weekend. I really, really do. I'm excited for this game. Mate, the People's Champ will be broadcasting it with you, mate. We'll be commentating it.
That's right.
I'm absolutely pumped, mate. There's some big X factors in this game. You look at South Bulls. Declan Dowson, I believe, is the best player in the Townsville comp this year, closely followed by Shawnee Nona. Then you've got the likes of Jordan Renfrey, Paddy Gallen, Curtis Dempsey, Tashawn Massasanto's been very good on an edge. Sammy Murphy up front, Marcus Nona up front. Young Blake Hallier was very good last week. They got some strength in the centres, young Grayson Knox. Then you look at Western Lions, mate. You got the class act at halfback and Addo Wainanga, Jacob Burke. But what really excites me for Western Lions, the little hooker, Braith Dowson. Mate, he's electric out of dummy half, only 18 years old, playing in his rookie season. First A-grade grand final, playing against his brother too, just quietly. Braith Dowson, Declan. This is going to be very interesting. I know the whole family will be there. They're extremely proud of these two boys, and so they should be. They got some great support around them. But Brake's classy, mate. He is an NRL player in the making, I believe. I'm very excited to see how he's going to just conduct these forwards around the ruck, mate. Watching that semi-final where Western Lions got South Bulls, he was getting out, he was squaring them up around the ruck. He was dangerous. He was bringing these forwards onto the ball, which allowed Addo Wainanga to have a bit of space and play some footy on the edges. So Western Lions could be dangerous there. Then you got the classy Bernard Lewis out wide as well.
Yeah, it's centers there.
Big forwards, and Daniel Buckland should be back. Big Salacino Ross, Braden Ross as well. So, mate, she's going to be a cracking game, eh, Jim? If Shawnee Noon is on fire and Declan Dowson on fire, the Redmen are going to be up for it. Declan Dowson. He is classy, he's silky, his footwork and his hands. And Shawnee Noon really stood up last weekend and showed his class.
Yeah, mate, you hit it on the head there. There's class across both teams. It's just who steps up in that moment, I guess. And both those teams have got big game players, mate, who have stepped up to levels. And I think you're right. I'd probably put this as the grand final of the weekend. It comes live and free from us, brother. But yeah, I think people got to get on and tune in for this one. It's going to be a good one.
Absolutely, mate. Like I said, there are some very good young guns playing in this game. Don't miss this. It'll be a huge game. It really, really will be, mate. It's hard to predict the winner, but I reckon it's going to be super close. It's going to be physical, it'll be emotional, be lots of passionate supporters there. Watch this space. Rugby League, Townsville District going off. People's camp will be bringing it to you. So, yeah, it's going to be very exciting, mate. Really, really is. Can't wait for it. On that note, Jim, let's take another sponsor break. And this time I'd like to recognise one of my favourite sponsors of all time. A big shout out to Curtis Pitt, our local MP. Yes. Welcome back here to the Triple S Footy Show, number one footy show in the North. Myself, Spilla, here, along with my brother and co-host and Jimmy Byra, the legend himself. It's Footy Show grand final week, ladies and gentlemen. We are excited and happy to talk rugby league. Jim, FNQ Rugby League, they've got a huge day. It's Saturday at Barlow Park.
Huge day.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at it, mate. I'll bring it up here. It's a big day. They start off with the juniors draw, 9 a.m. The under-13s, the Innisfail Leprechauns take on the mighty Edmonton Storm. Watch that young fullback from the Edmonton Storm. He is all class.
Hey.
Under-14s, Innisfail Leprechauns again taking on the Cairns Kangaroos. It's going to be a fantastic game. Under-15s, Atherton Roosters. Well done to the Atherton Roosters.
And all the crew up there. Yeah, awesome.
Kangaroos. Some fantastic players in that. Under-16s, big shout out to the Southern Suburbs Cockatoos. Very good young side, just very well coached. And that got some great mentors around them, taking on Cairns Brothers. And in the under-17s, Innisfail Leprechauns take on the Cairns Brothers. They're all nice and early during the day at Barlow Park.
Get down there. Get down to Barlow.
Then they got the three big games at the end, Jim. Lots happening in this. 4 o'clock, the under-19s, Cairns Kangaroos take on the Mareeba Gladiators. Now, Mareeba Gladiators come from 5th spot, Jimmy. Mate, they are great. They got Big Gabe up front. He is outstanding. He is strong and tough. Mate, Kangaroos haven't lost the game yet. But I'll tell you what, Mareeba Gladiators could upset them this game. She could be very, very interesting.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be a tight one, that one. I watched that highlights of that young boy there playing for Mareeba. He's actually quite good, eh?
Yeah. It's going to be an absolute cracker, Jim. In reserve grade, well, 2 experienced sides. Cairns Brothers taking on Cairns Kangaroos. Rivalry will be at its best. A shout out to my little mate, Lukey Fleming, captain coach at Cairns Brothers, Tully Boy. He's doing a great job of the coaching team with Cairns Brothers. They're going for another premiership back-to-back, Lukey, so all the best, brother. It's going to be a fantastic game. Cairns Kangaroos, Getty Dow there, captain coach. Got a
Yeah,
lot of
Giddy there.
experience. Good boys there for Roo, so they'll keep them on their toes. This will be another cracking game to watch as well. Then in the A grade, 7:30, the Battle of the Heavyweights. Let's preview this, Jimmy. Cairns Brothers taking on Ivanhoe's Knights. It's going to be a big crowd. This is one of the fierce rivalries throughout FNQ Rugby League. It's going to be brought to you, the whole day is going to be brought to you live by Community TV. So it's fantastic. Thank you, Community TV, bringing the live stream for you. Make sure you jump on and subscribe to them there. Will cost you a small fee. But yeah, it's going to be a fantastic day. Cairns Brothers had a fantastic year. Only dropped one game, 2 Ivanhoes the last round before the final, then just beat them in the major semi. You look at Cairns Brothers, captain coach Jordan Biondi-Odo's had a fantastic season in the halfback. Guides him around well. Paddy Lewis as well in the halves with him. Falcon Atira, he's been absolutely outstanding this year. He's had a big year. X Factor, got tries about him. Alakana Silva in the centres. Mate, this kid can play. Really, really good player. Watch that space with him, mate. He is next level, I certainly believe. Then in the forwards, key forward for Cairns Brothers is their little number 9, Adam Hepworth. He has been absolutely outstanding in around the ruck, controls thing, goes forward. Then I just got hard workers in that pack. Tommy Spark is really good too for Brothers, so they're going to be fired up. Then you look at Ivanhoe's, captain coach Josh Dugan, say no more. NRL, Queensland, New South Wales State Origin, Australian player. It's just class, mate. He's class week in, week out. Champion bloke on and off the field. Then the live wire, the gold medalist, Jimmy Seguiaro. Little Chico, mate, best in the business up in Cairns at the moment, just carving them up around the ruck. So I said the 2 best hookers in the comp going at each other. Jimmy Seguiaro, he'll be on fire. Chico, you will be on fire, mate. I really can't wait to watch that game. Also live Saturday night, 7:30. Then you got young Riley Hurd in the halves. Jim, very classy, steers them around well. But 2 players I like to watch out of their forward pack for Ivanhoe's. The front row and Wyatt Barnes, got Queensland Cup experience. Tough as nails, one of the toughest to go around. Absolute physical and tough as nails. Then you've got Zane Knowles at lock. Mate, he is underrated, goes about his business, very busy, very competitive. Then on the edge, you got the class of Dallas Scarden. So, mate, Scardo can score points, it can break tackles, it can pull off a big hit. Good player, mate, very good player. So, right across the board, both teams are very balanced here for FNQ Rugby League Grand Final between Ivanhoe's and Cairns Brothers, Jimmy. It's going to be another cracking one. We are blessed this weekend to have 3 cracking grand finals in the seniors.
Mate, it's outstanding to see how the level that it's gone to this year, especially the grand final day. Mate, I couldn't put it past. Brothers have been outstanding all year, and they've set the highest standard. But when you got the likes of Dukes and Chico, and mate, I think it's going to be a really tight one again, and it might come down to that last, sort of 30 seconds where someone takes the either takes the field goal or takes the opportunity to score a last minute try. Mate, I can't believe it. It's hard going to be to watch all of them because you're going to try and tune in for each of them. But if anyone can get on there, you got to try and juggle the load because mate, it's going to be massive all weekend.
Absolutely, Jimmy. We've got big news. This is our final footy show for the year. Big shout out and thank you to all the viewers and partners out there. All the clubs and supporters been absolutely fantastic. But we got one more special show coming up next week. And it's bigger than Ben-Hur. Let me tell you, Jim, it's all going to happen. You got the Dally M Awards, but we got the SSS Sport Awards. So in the next couple of days, we're going to have the nominations going up. We're going to have the Men's Player of the Year. We're going to have the Women's Player of the Year. We're going to have the Rookie of the Year for the boys, Rookie of the Year for the girls, Coach of the Year for the men's and women's. We're going to unveil our Teams of the Year. SSS Sports Footy Show Awards coming to you. It's going to be next Wednesday live at 8 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. Do not miss it. Yep. Watch the page. We might have some competitions. Me and Jimmy are going to bring you all to live action. We're going to count it down next week. Who will be your SSS Sport 2024 Men's Player of the Year, 2024 Women's Player of the Year? Last year, we had 2 great recipients. Erin McCulloch was the original Women's Player of the Year, and Benny Barber picked up the men's player of the year. So who will get it? Will Benny Barber go back to back? Or will be a new champion on the scene? But next Wednesday, 8 p.m., the Triple S Sport Awards, the night, we'll be dressed up. We'll be ready for you, ladies and gentlemen. Until then, enjoy grand final day. Saturday, Sunday, it's all happening. Follow the page. Don't forget to tune in to the People's Champion, the Golden Voice, on Sunday. Myself and Jimmy bring it to you live and free from Townsville Sports Reserve. It's going to be a cracking day, Jim. Once again, mate, thank you, Bella. Thank you for all your commitment, hard work, mate. It sincerely doesn't go unnoticed, and really mean it, mate. Thank you very much. Enjoy your grand final week. Enjoy grand final celebrations on the weekend, guys. But absolutely enjoy rugby league. Jim, thanks again, brother. Good night.
All good, my brother. Good night.